started dating, and then he got locked up, and then now he's coming out. So he was charged for transportation of a firearm and was in prison for, like I said, 2 years. She used to be an addict, but is now sober. She is super confident in her relationship with Bradley because they have been through 2 insanely difficult things together. 1, an addiction, and 2, an incarceration. So if they can get through those 2 things together, then they're solid. They can do anything in life. They're gonna last forever and ever and ever, right?
Everyone likes being a hero, and now Zero is your hero from Florida.
Hello, everybody logging in. Hello, hello. Who's here? Where are you from? Where is Tears? Tears, is that you?
Runs over to him, gives him the biggest hug, and she just holds on to him, and she looks at him and she's like, are you annoyed? Am I annoying you yet? Do you find me annoying? Can I hug you forever? Do you hate me? Is it okay if I hug you? Is it okay if I blah, 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 blah. She just goes on and on and on and on, and you can just tell in his face he looks a little...
Nothing happened. Nobody was on the view, and I feel like YouTube does that. And then when it hits 0, I just log out, log back in, and then people find my life. How are you, Mr. Tears?
You hate it? You wanted to get a divorce?
See?
Just checking. She tells him that she's been celibate for 2 years, obviously, because he was in jail. And she kind of wants to keep it that way until they get married. And he's like, oh, hell no, I can't wait that long. And she's like, well, we could get married right now. And he's like, whoa, what? And she's like, what if I secretly took my IUD out?
So I can have a white wedding dress?
I can't do that.
You can do it. We can get married today.
What?
What if I secretly got my IUD taken out?
Oh
Stop.
my god.
You wouldn't know?
I would be pissed.
Oh my god, her energy is too much. Like, why is she...
How are your Tears?
She's just super, super
What's up with
sensitive.
you? What's new with you?
Herself, or is this her every day? They're ready to go home, and she throws him the car keys, and he immediately drives them home. I mean, is he allowed to drive? I thought newly released inmates weren't allowed to drive. Does he have a driver's license? Like,
Hi guys, hey to everybody logging in. What is up? Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Hi Stephanie, how are you, honey?
she's talking to
Here,
him,
removing my
asking
nail polish with a
100
file.
questions in a row, and he's kind of giving one-word answers, and he's very short, very curt. He seems a little extra irritable.
I'm doing good, baby. How are you?
Very, very overstimulated, which is understandable, but he also kind of makes it seem like he hates her.
I think right now Bradley's feeling really overwhelmed. There's a lot of anxiety that comes with coming back home.
Good. Any fun plans this weekend? You guys, it's Easter Sunday this weekend. Anybody gonna do anything fun for Easter Sunday?
They're on their way to her house, and at the house, her mom is there. Her mom's name is Shoutout, and Bradley is stressing out because they don't really get along, plus he's super tired, and he just wants to go to bed.
I need to know what your plans are with my child. Y'all going to counseling or anything? What are you talking about? You guys are pretty toxic.
I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to stop doing stuff.
We'll make it quick. Just say hi.
So he's kind of complaining, like, oh, why do I have to meet your mom? Like, I just want to go to bed.
I feel you. Same here. I'm not a big church goer, and I normally don't go to church. But I'm gonna go to church for my mom. So yeah.
So he goes inside.
How does it look better? Like this?
A very
Or like this?
I thought they didn't like each other, so I was very surprised to see the mom being so nice to him. And we learned that Shanoa is actually an advocate for inmates who are just released, and I guess she supports them and helps them out. So she wants to do the same for Bradley. She tells him, I love you so much, I'm here for you, I'm here to help. And it was very sweet.
What about you, Tears?
We learned that Savannah used to be 300 pounds for most of her life.
I'm doing good. How can I help you? Okay, Jeremy, what's your last name? Give me one moment. Let me see if the billing department is still open. It is a little late. I do believe they leave at 5, but let me see if I can transfer you over, okay? And they can always, like, they can do refunds and all of that. One moment. Hey, honey, quick question. I have here someone for billing for, it's going to be department available at this time? You're asking me? Oh. Because I have you down. It's Meta? Okay, sounds good. He leaves at 5, right? Thank you. Bye. Alrighty, I'm so sorry about that. The person that you would need to speak with, but if you give us a call back tomorrow, he should be available. No, not that I'm aware of. But tomorrow you can call us and ask for him, and we'll transfer you directly to him. My pleasure.
Surgery, and more recently she had a tummy tuck. But regardless of those things, even if she lost a ton of weight, and even if she got a tummy tuck, she still deals with a lot of body dysmorphia and insecurities. Just because you lose the weight doesn't mean that you get over those issues. They both go upstairs to finally get some sleep. And I don't know if anybody else felt this way, but I felt like Savannah wanted some intimacy.
We can go to bed now.
Yeah, please.
You're just so easily convinced.
I'm just trying to go.
No, I'm not gonna do a new color. I'm just gonna leave him out natural. Cause I don't know what kind of color I'm gonna do for
But I'm pretty sure she wanted some cuddles, some
Easter?
intimate moments where they stare into each other's eyes.
You know what I mean?
They love each other, they love each other, and just like a few kisses here and there. But he immediately wanted to go to bed, and I'm not used to that because every single couple on the show, on the history of this series, I feel like
Skincare guys.
immediately, right after the inmate was released, like they don't even make it most of the time. They're banging in the car. So for him to not be in the mood and to just go straight to bed is shocking. But then in his confessional, he explains and he talks about how her body has changed since he's last seen her. When she was an addict, when she wasn't eating and only doing drugs.
Her body has definitely changed dramatically since we started talking. She's not doing drugs, so I mean, she's not
Thank you.
130 pounds anymore. So I mean, she's like 150, you know what I'm saying? That 150 on a 5'4" is kind of healthy, a little healthy weight.
Now he does understand that in sobriety, people usually gain weight because, again, they're eating food and not doing drugs 24/7 anymore. But he talks about how she used to be 130 pounds and now she's probably sitting at around 150. Oh my God. When she watches this back, it's going to devastate her. She's going to be even more insecure after she watched it. Like, you can tell that he's just not physically attracted to her, but he's dancing around it, he's sugarcoating it, he's trying to be sweet and not too harsh about it. I think he does prefer super thin women because if you see her picture while she was an addict, her arms were so skinny. And of course, I don't have a problem with his personal preference. Like, he's allowed to have super thin girls. That's his prerogative. Like, he can like whoever he wants.
I might bring my dog tomorrow to work.
Like I said, she's gonna have to watch it back, and that's probably gonna make an already insecure person even more insecure. You know what I mean? And especially to hear it from someone you love and who is supposed to love you back. Oh yeah, I don't know. I just felt bad watching him talk about her body. I mean, albeit he wasn't being nasty or horrendous about it, but like I'm just thinking that Savannah, like on the receiving end, she's probably gonna take it pretty hard. The next morning, they made love for about 20 seconds. I guess Savannah wasn't actually serious about staying celibate until they get married. I don't know if she was just saying it as a joke or to kind of gauge his response. I don't really know, but they made love. Now we meet Bradley's older sister, Alyssa, and they keep describing her as a manic person. I don't really know.
Yay! She's such a cutie too. She's such a good girl.
Manic.
You won't be able to go to the holidays. My sister said you will not step foot in the... don't want anything to do with you. This is why.
Savannah and Alyssa used to be besties while Bradley was locked up, but they had a very bad falling out. And since the sister is coming to the welcome home party, they all want to meet up before so that everything's good and they don't fight at the party. But first, before meeting his sister, he goes to the barbershop and he catches up with one of his guy friends and he tells him that Savannah is being a little overbearing. She's been on his ass about who he's texting, who he's gonna see, who he's gonna hang out with, who he's talking to, why is he texting all the time, get off your phone, blah 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 blah, and it's getting very annoying.
Who's texting you?
Mike?
Aren't you about to see him?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
What? Calm down, Bradley.
I'm casually texting. when we're
Casually
talking.
check back in.
What's so fabulous about these is that they're clear on the top, and then they translate.
There's a message that somebody wrote that I can't
where
see.
it's magnified, so I can see things up close. I can see them at a distance. I don't have to take them off and on. They are incredible, guys. These are a pair of my favorite. They are called.
I feel like so much sun has been hitting this side of my face, whether it's driving in the car or here at work. It's crazy, and that's just Florida because, you know, the sun sets on the west side and it rises on the east. So it's like, excuse me, guys, somebody wrote a message, and whoever wrote the message, it is being held for review. I cannot see it. Sorry. That happens a lot. Sometimes it's inappropriate messages, other it's messages that are not really inappropriate, but YouTube mistakes them for being inappropriate.
Facts. She said it over and over and over. Savannah goes, bitch, why are you attacking me? And Alyssa goes, facts. So do you think we can finally move forward? Because Bradley's always put in the middle when we fight. And she goes, facts. I want to be friends again. Facts. Therapy's been helping me. My therapist said, bitch, you be chasing everybody off. You the problem, bitch.
I can say, therapy paid off. He was like, bitch, you be chasing everybody away. It was like, you're the common denominator. I had to sit down and think about it. I just need to chill.
Like, can you imagine if an actual therapist said that? She tells us that before she started therapy, she did things like throwing bricks into buildings in public, in front of people during the day. Then Savannah goes to the bathroom. Alyssa admits, she tells us that before she started therapy, she did things like throwing bricks into buildings in public, in front of people during the day. Then Savannah goes to the bathroom. Alyssa admits to her brother that when she's in her, quote, manic state, she goes for Savannah's jugular because she knows exactly what to say or what to do to hurt her the absolute most. And Bradley's like, yeah, so can you stop? Like, that's not healthy, and that puts me in an awkward situation. And she's like, facts.
You said that, oh, the whole family hates you. Wow, they wow.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hello everybody. How's everybody doing?
And this is what I'm working
Oh,
on.
you use the word manic.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm
You're
manic,
self-aware.
as her friend, it's really messed up, but I know things that would hurt her feelings. And it's like,
Bro, what are you hearing? A case file breakdown? No, hey Jose, I am actually watching My Thoughts. It's a potato. She reviews TV shows. Look.
Talk at the party tomorrow to avoid any arguments or fights. I have a feeling that
It's a potato. It's a fucking potato. That's what the fuck I'm watching.
I'll have to watch episode 4, and as soon as I watch it, I'll update you guys.
Potato, big fat hole.
Full episode recap, I think, maybe. Just in case I don't continue, because I have been having a lot.
It is a fucking potato. But if you want to have a conversation with me, I'm more than happy to
Like, do I want to pivot?
lower it for you. No biggie. So it's not a case study, but I guess kind of, sort of, not really. Does that make sense? But it's a fucking potato. How are you doing? Guys, somebody keeps writing a message that's being held for review, and when I click on view message, YouTube does not let me. But the thing is, Jose, I don't have fucking time to sit here and watch TV, unfortunately, so I just watch the recaps. Is that crazy? Like, I want to have the time to, like, watch these shows, but I don't have the fucking time to. So, like, my favorite thing is, like, listening to a podcast or watching, like, Hulu or something, and like while I'm doing other stuff, because I really don't have time. So yeah, fortunately. Guys, look at this hair, how luscious it looks. Like, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Yeah, I feel you. I be doing my own thing and just hearing shit through my AirPods or have it open on another window or something. Yeah, that'd be me. That'd be me as fuck. Even on like my phone, you can do that. Like, you can listen to it on your phone. Like, I don't know how everyone's phone is, but I don't know. I have a Samsung. I'm a Galaxy girl. Always have been, always will be probably. Not a big iPhone person, but each to their own. So what I do is, like, if I'm on YouTube or something, I can minimize it, or Hulu or Netflix, you can minimize it, and then I can still use my phone for other stuff, if that makes sense. So which is really nice. How are you though? How's your week treating you, honey? The squares that don't have lines. Hi, Nick T. Hello, honey. How are you? Good so far, except for this job searching. I've been applying everywhere. Jose, babe, I feel you on that, baby. I feel you. This is absolutely insane. Like, I'm at work right now. I'm alone. I'm holding down the fort. I have a bachelor's degree. Like, I have a school degree. You know, I'm working on my bachelor's degree, and I can't find a job. I have a partner. Love him to death. We get along great. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to pay my rent and loan. Guess what? As of May 31st, our lease renews June 1st. We got a letter stating that they're not going to be renewing our lease. They didn't give us a reason. They just told us they were not going to be renewing our lease. Guess what, bitch? I can't fucking afford rent anywhere. Rent is over $2,000. A 1-1, the cheapest I found is a 1-1 for $1,800, $1,900. I make $21 an hour, which may seem like so much money to some people, but it really isn't when you have basic bills. I got an Acura TLX, a 2015 Acura TLX that's paid, so thank God I don't have a car payment. But not having a car payment, a couple of credit card debt, some things here and there, and it's not enough to survive. Food alone. And then I make too much for food stamps. I make too much to get government help, which, hey, listen, each to their own. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I make too much money. And then how are we expected to find another job? I've literally been looking everywhere for a job that's at least $25 an hour. Who texted you or who told you that it was going to be canceled? I'm sorry. And are you seeing virtually or in person? Bruh, I live in California. Anything under 24 an hour is not doing anything for you. Yeah, I fucking get it. Shit's ridiculous. Like, so much for voting for Trump. Everyone's like, I'm gonna vote for Trump for the economy. Bitch, what economy? We're worse off than what we were at last year. Alrighty, give me one moment. I really don't know what's going to be the future of America. I have 2 friends that moved out. 3. One was a coworker. She wasn't really like, I don't consider her a friend. I consider her a coworker. We got along great, but we were never like, we never bonded because everyone here just does their job and go home. She moved to Costa Rica. She got a job working from home at $17 an hour. Her husband found another one working from home at $28 an hour, but I think her husband's an engineer. And I'm here, give me one moment. I'm just waiting for the system to load up. I'm talking while the system is loading up, you guys. What's the name of the therapist that you see? Hello? Yes. Marissa, okay. Yeah, I don't see that here. Okay, let me do. What is your last name? Can you spell it out for me? Levy, right? Levi, okay. I have you guys here for the 19th at 9 a.m. Does that sound about right? I have here that the 12th was canceled. April 12th has been canceled. No, you're fine. No worries. Oh, yeah. So sorry about that. No, you guys on my end, everything looks good to go, and I just resent you that confirmation. No, it's okay. No worries. Did you just want to cancel and then just keep your appointment for the 26th? Okay. All right, you're all set then, okay? Yes, sir. My pleasure. Alrighty, bye-bye. So, I have friends that have over $100,000 in debt with degrees that they cannot find jobs for. Can you make that shit make fucking sense? Ridiculous. So then another one of my friends, they're actually a couple, they lived in Mexico, they loved it there. They just recently moved to Thailand just for something different, like to move around the world and explore. So it's insane. Hi, Brayden. What's up, honey? How was school today? You need a degree just for most to not. That's the thing. See, I feel like our generation was just like, we need a degree to get better paying jobs. Yeah, that was great, like in the 90s, 2000s. Today, even if you're a physical, what is it? Not physical therapy. I started doing physical therapy assistant because it was good money. It was like $40,000 in like 2017. I was like, that's great money. What the fuck is $40,000? It's minimum wage. Should be. Major debt. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what the world. I don't know. I have no clue what the fuck is going on with the USA. It's crazy. But anyways, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I have more content coming out. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing vlogs, what kind of content you guys want to see. Yeah, it puts himself, and then it's just, honestly, or what are you doing, Jose? Are you gonna get out of California? And that sounds horrible to say, but I think I don't know how people are able to afford to eat in California. It's just it's ridiculous. It's so horrible. Brayden, how was school? Nowadays, you could rack up to 100K in debt and have these fancy job titles just to got home and see their friends making more than them. And they never even went to school or consider it. Yeah, that's true. What is the definition of life? I don't know. You want me to Google it for you? Yep. And then you're looking like a clown with this debt. Not everybody, because I do have a friend who has a master's degree, and at the moment she's making around $90,000 a year, which it's crazy to say, but she has 2 kids and she's married. $90,000 a year is still not enough in Florida, in South Florida, with 2 kids. And her husband works, obviously. He doesn't make $90,000. I don't think he does. But, 2 income, dual income, 3 kids in total between the 2 of them, and it's still not enough. TKR. Life. Life in a biological context. is generally defined as the characteristics of organisms that have the capacity to grow, reproduce, and maintain themselves through metabolism and other processes. More specifically, life is often described as a self-sustaining chemical system capable of Darwinian evolution. I hate that definition of life. What is your definition of life? So yeah, Jose, I don't know. I mean, even now with the whole apartment searching situation, it's just like, I can't really afford to move into a new place, and I can't afford to buy $500,000. They have homes here for $500,000 that were built in 1950s and have termites. It's not fucking worth it. It really isn't. I guess for some, it gives you like a cushion to fall back on. I agree, but I feel like I have a friend who has a bachelor's degree in the same thing I'm doing, which is health management, health administration and management. It took her 7 months. 7 months to find a job. 7 months. Thank God for her parents. She had to move back home, which was hard for her, but she figured it out. You know, she had her own bedroom and everything. She moved back home, and thankfully, you know, she doesn't have a car payment. Her car is paid off, and she doesn't have a mortgage. She doesn't have to pay rent. I guess for some, it gives you like a cushion. Yeah. I'm so sorry. That's hilarious. I don't mean that. I was kind of sad, so I was just asking so that I can get some positive vibes. Baby, whenever you need positive vibes, whenever you want to be sad and we can be sad together, I'm here for you. So subscribe, get on my lives. I think Sunday I was going through it and I made a live and I was just like, ugh. You guys know I'm always normally so positive, but it's okay to not be okay. And then like I went on a rant and then I had a sandwich and felt better. Was it a sandwich? Yeah. I was going through it on Sunday, babe. So what's going on, my love? Tell me everything, TKR. Why are you sad? I can't tell you that there's nothing to be sad about because we're killing Mother Earth. So there's plenty of things to be sad about. It's okay to not be okay. But we cannot be okay together. That's what counts. Bro, in California, the ugliest, smallest houses aren't even under $1 million. Yeah, I know. And it makes no sense. I guess just the lack of lots of dirt. Babe, move out of California. It's gonna be hard, but I just feel like we can be sad. It's only for me. Everybody can be sad. I think everybody has their own thing. I think a better question, TKR, would have been, what's the purpose of life? I've been depressed, so I get it. The purpose of life is a deeply personal and philosophical question without a single universal answer. For some, it's finding meaning, fulfillment, relationships, spirituality. Others, purpose in making the world a better place, simply to enjoy the journey. Ultimately, many believe that the purpose of life is up to an individual and defined based on their values, beliefs, and experience. Anytime, baby. Bro, I feel y'all. Let me tell you, I was so depressed, like 2020 to like 2023. I think 2023 was like one of my worst years. In 2024, I did so much healing. And 2025 is just like, what the fuck? Sorry, that's just how I feel. I feel like I went to school, I have a good job, I did everything I'm supposed to do. How am I so broke? What the fuck? So I definitely feel that my depression era from like 2023 and my healing from 2024 really prepared me for the shit show that we're in right now. But it's okay. It's okay. And I was like never like super depressed. So what happened was like I would be driving in my car and I'm sure you guys can maybe understand. I didn't want to kill myself because I have a lot of people that love me, that care about me. I have an amazing circle of friends, a big support system. But I also have a lot of people that I'm not responsible for them, but I know I mean a lot to them in their life. And I don't want to do that to them, to just, you know. But sorry. Diosito, perdóname. But I remember driving, bro. I remember I would be driving and be so depressed, and I'm just like, bro, if a car was to smash, I wouldn't even be mad. I'll be like, pull the plug, bitch. DNR, do not resuscitate. I want to like mentally take a break from life. So yeah, I feel you. That's then where I'm at. They are in a frenzy of building apartments and shit, and you would think since they don't shit they don't shut up about housing problems, that they would at least make them. Oh my God, Jose, what a fucking shit show. I feel you on that. You know what happened here too? They have 3 new apartment complexes. I'm thinking, okay, they wanted, you know how like, I don't know, like 4 years ago, if you were looking into finding an apartment and they had availability, they wanted to get you into the apartment, and they would be like, first month free rent. All you have to pay is like security and deposit, and you can move in today, and we'll give you the keys, and you can have a 600 credit score. Now they ask for like 700 credit score, which thank God is not a problem, because you know we have good credit, decent credit, but you have to make 4 times as much rent. Normally it's only 3 times. And there's an apartment that I called that like, you have to make at least $38,000 a year to move in here. I'm like, yeah, I make that, but that's not the point. The point is that they're presenting these apartments like luxury apartments. Bitch, they're not fucking luxury apartments. If somebody living in an apartment and not a condo, it's because they can't afford it. These are fucking apartments. We're not buying a house. And right now, every rent that we've seen, it's $2,000. And they want first life security. That's like $6,000 plus 750 credit score plus your firstborn, you know. And it's just like, excuse me, if I had $6,000, I would be buying an apartment, not renting one. I don't know, that's just me. Who knows? If you need therapy, take my advice. Oh my God, tears, what's your advice? I'm scared to ask. Honestly, I've been there, man, and I literally ate the brink of just calling it quits. But then I remember my family, and the shit kills me inside. I feel you, Jose. Listen, honey, like I said, whenever you guys are feeling down, you guys are more than welcome on my live. Subscribe, not because I want subscribers, I'm not saying that. Subscribe because like you'll get a notification when I go live, and we can be sad and depressed together. But listen, I felt the same way. Like I would be like driving and be like, fuck, never mind. If a car hits me, my dogs are gonna be home alone. Then they're gonna go to the pound. Then they're gonna be put down because nobody's gonna adopt them because they're elderly. And I've had them their whole life. Like, it's crazy, but like those connections really bring you back. And something has to give, Jose. Something has to give. I've been even like thinking about moving with my mom, and that's not what I want. We get along great, but it's not the best for anybody. Because I've been living on my own since I'm 19. I'm 32. I know, right? I'm 32. But I've been living on my own since I was 19, and I'm 32 now, and it's just like, fuck, man. Like, I feel like you feel like you're in a hole and you don't see a way out of it, and like dirt gets like thrown on you, and you're just ready to like suffocate in this dirt hole. And I think we just got to figure out a way instead of what am I trying to say? Instead of just letting the dirt like bury us, we got to figure out a way to like be smart and start climbing the dirt to be out of this fucking hole. But the politics, the system, all the issues going on in America, the cost of everything, it's not helping. And yeah, I feel like on TikTok I saw the other day 2 women that went through a divorce, which, hey, I'm all for it. If you're unhappy with your partner, doesn't matter if you've been married 40 years or 2, get a divorce. Life is too short to be fucking miserable. It doesn't matter if you have to start from 0. Like, I respect that more than you being with someone that you hate for the rest of your life or doesn't make you happy, because that shit fucks you up mentally really, really bad. And I saw it on TikTok. They were like, we each had 2 kids. We ended up getting a house together, renting a house together, a nice big house. We can both afford it, and we can both afford our children. We have 4 bedrooms. Each mom gets her own bedroom, and there's 2 kids per mom, so 2 kids to a bedroom, and that works. Literally. It's just that sometimes you don't want to share anything but a piece of smile so that life looks beautiful, but it's not. I think with that, let me explain something to you. I've learned from a young age, life is beautiful, but it's not easy. And that's huge. Life is beautiful, but it is not easy. But I also think it's okay to not be okay. I think something that happened when I was extremely depressed, and don't get me wrong, I had my days, but last year when I was the year before last year when I was very, very sad, very, very depressed, how do I explain it, babe? I actually talk to my friends, and maybe they would get a little bit. I'm like, hey, hi, best friend. I just want to kill myself today, but I'm okay though. I'm not gonna do it, but I want to. But I'm not gonna do that to you. But I want to. But I'm not going to. And that really did help me like a lot, like internally, mentally, everything, because I was able to express myself. And sometimes we don't express ourselves because of fear of being judged. And let me tell you something. My friends will be like, girl, you too. Me too. Oh my God, let's just jump off a bridge together. Ha ha he he. No, let's not. And then we gotta go. We're gonna cry about it in the shower and go to work. Because if we don't fucking work, we'll be homeless. My advice is life worth living, even if there's no one to motivate you to do the thing you want, because only you can have your own thoughts and ideas to your next. Oh my God, tears. Who are you, sir? That comment. So you guys, I love tears. We have like a love-hate relationship. I'm just kidding. I always love tears. Hearts. Love him. Like he's awesome. But I am surprised because what a profound message. Normally Tears is a troll. He like enjoys being a troll and I love it. I'm here for it. What a profound message, sir. Oh my God, who are you? So sophisticated. So grown up. Look at you. Wow, you should be a therapist. And I agree. I think a lot of changes and stuff like that have to be intrinsic changes. Exactly, bro. When I feel like I'm on the right path, shit's going fine, and then all of a sudden shit hits the fan. Yeah, I feel like that too, babe. Who is you looking at? You're at work alone. Who am I looking at? What was I looking at? Somebody? You guys. There's nobody here. I'm like, what? Guys, I have to leave. I don't want to leave. But I have to go. I'm gonna go to the gym today because I'm a fat ass. I had lost so much weight, and that's one thing about depression. I got so big so fast and like had like 4 chins. Okay, I'm still fat, bitch, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like each titty is like 10 pounds. Like I'm getting there. And I was like, why? And it's your cortisol levels. When you are stressed out, some people lose weight, some people gain weight just by being stressed out. That stress hormone, whether or not you put food in your mouth, which would piss me off because I'm like, oh my God, I drink only water. I don't drink soda. You guys are always gonna see me with water. And my boyfriend will stop drinking soda and he'll drop 20 pounds. And I'm just like, the level of disrespect. BBWs, you know, the type that will suck you off and then eat some lunch with you. Y'all remember that? No? Okay. And let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you something before I leave. Let me tell you something. I like being fat. Like, I've always been chunky. I've always been a chunky monkey since I was a baby. I'm a very confident fat girl. Thank God, I've never been the type of fat bitch to be like, oh, I hate my life. I'm such a fat ass. I gotta lose weight to love myself. No, I've always loved myself since day one. But I am trying to lose weight, not for anybody, because my man loves me. Like, I tell my man, are you gonna love me when I'm skinny? Probably never gonna be a stick figure because that's just not who I am. Like, you know, like, thank God. And everything happens for a reason, because thank God he built me like a fridge, because where he would have not built me like a fridge, I would have been for the streets. I probably would have been a stripper, maybe had some porn videos out. So thank God, you know, thank you, Jesus. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a good girl. But my point is that I'm so extra sorry, y'all. I hope I'm at least putting a smile on your face, you guys, and making your day a little bit better, even if it's just a smudge. My point is that, I forgot what I was saying. That I've always been a very confident big girl. And the reason that I'm actually actively trying to lose weight is not for anybody else, but for myself. My mom's diabetic. She's going through a lot of health issues. She had a quadruple heart bypass, surgery of the heart. She had a heart attack. She has very bad diabetes. She's losing her eyesight. She has to get her eyeballs injected because of the sugar leaking of her blood veins, and her eyes leaking because of the sugar damage in her bloodstream. It's just a fucking shit show. And she's my mirror, you know, we're identical. And I have shorts and videos and stuff like that with her on my YouTube page. I don't want to end up like her. She's an amazing person, amazing woman. She's a fucking angel that fell from heaven. But we really gotta like rethink the way we eat. And I cannot sit here and blame America, but American food is trash. There's so much shit that's illegal in Europe that we allow the American people to consume because of greed and all these other issues. But that's a story for another day, you guys. Hold on, let me catch up on comments. I remember that. Hold on. I remember that fat A that tried to get in the car. What's her name again? Who? Fridges. You're saying this at work is crazy. I'm sure the cameras have mic on them. There's one camera, it does have mic on them.
And you know what? You want to know a little secret? Low key, if I get fired, because this way I can collect unemployment and find a better fucking job, because I can't live off of what they pay me here.
But in the meantime, this is, you know, Jose knows the deal. The struggle's real. I have not been able, bro. I applied for Aldi's the other day. Aldi's, because they were paying $22.70 as a stalker. Not like as a stalker, like watches people, like the stalker that stalks things. $22.70 an hour. I was like, with a 5% increase every year. I was like, excuse me? What? So at this time, it is what it's going to be. If I don't, and I'm a good ass, like, I get my shit, like, every time I go on live, there's nobody here, it's just me, myself, and I'm the one that closes. I don't open, but I close. I do my job, I do my shit right, bitch. I got notes for days, you know, like, I love my job. I know it like the back of my hand, but the reality is that, although I love my job, this job does not provide enough money for me to pay rent. I make like three grand, maybe $3,200 a month. My rent alone is $1,500. That's not including all the other debts. Sometimes I make $1,200 a check, which is shit. No, I make less than 3 grand. How much money do I make? I make like between 28 to 3 grand, depending on how many hours I work, which is disgusting. And I used to do a shit ton of overtime. I don't do that anymore because, you know, and I used to have 2 jobs. I'm always used to having my main job and a side job. I can't even do that anymore because there's no side jobs. I used to work for a dog grooming place on the weekends, which sucked because that was my whole weekend. But it used to be $12 an hour, working from home, answering their phones, making them appointments. And guess what? I used to get $5 commission for every new client that I signed up for their program, like their grooming program. Like that's like every 6 weeks. And one time my commission check was $700. I was so happy. They don't have that anymore. There's like no jobs. Same here. I feel like the most big people try to slim down to appearance, and others realizing, there's always going to be somebody that's going to say that you're too fat, too skinny, skin's too loose, you're too old, too young. My thing is this: I just want to be healthier for me, myself, and I, nobody else. That continues to go until you're doing something for your own good. Yeah, I don't hear that. Holla. Hey, I'm Legend. I missed you. I haven't talked to you in forever. I'm literally about to log off, so you got us right at the end. Wait, if you get fired, you could apply for unemployment. I thought only if you were laid off. No, you can apply for unemployment if you're fired. Florida's a no-fault state, so it's different, Florida and California. But if unemployment, don't think it's money. Unemployment is $400 a week. What the fuck am I going to do with $400 a week? Nothing. But this is the way I think. I make between $1,300 to $1,500 every paycheck, which is twice a month. I get paid on the 1st and the 15th of every month. By the 1st, I'm always broke because I never have money because I got to pay rent. So what I do is I would collect unemployment, $400 a week. That's $400. I would probably make another $200 to $300 doing Uber Eats, or like Uber, or like Uber, DoorDash, all of that. In the meantime, while I find a better paying job, at least I would have more time to do the things that I'm passionate about instead of being stuck here. I know that sounds horrible, but I do not dream of labor. The American dream is not a house and a white picket fence anymore. The American dream is to like do what you love and make a livable wage that you're actually able to support yourself and your family and go on vacation twice a year, maybe more. What if you get? All right, guys, I love y'all. I have to go. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I love you all. It was so nice meeting you. I hope you all have an amazing night. And take care. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Hearts, 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 hearts.